Indeed, I did. Hello, Invoice. How are you? I have business to finish, you know? Business to finish. Hope you're doing well, Invoice. Can't wait to see what you cook up in the Elite Four. Oh, I don't even have my box in the calc. What am I doing? What am I doing? Okay. Taking a little break makes sense. I know you're not. I'm addicted to the game. I can't really step away from it in the middle of a run. It's wise of you to do so. Okay. How about avalanche and filter? T gamers, I'm doing well, man. This is it. This is it. Yeah, you set out to win the game, right? And then you get to the Elite Four, and people ask you how special and creative you're going to be, and you're like, well, I just wanted to beat the game. Like all of a sudden, there's this community pressure to be unique and different, and many of the people that want those things were not themselves unique and different on their own Elite Fours. So just do it your way, Invoice. I don't care if the lines have been done before. I think there's a difference between copy pasting and doing things that others came up with. So I would tell you that you try and cook it on your own and not like specifically watch E4 videos until you feel like you can't find anything. And then it will be yours. It'll be your E4 that you cook your way, your style, your mods. And then it doesn't matter. People can scream veg in the chat, but you know what they'll be? They'll be in the chat watching. That's my take. Because there are really only two types of people. There are the types of people that have not been there and don't know how hard it is. And there are the types of people that have been there who understand how hard it is. But they won't always admit it. But that's how I look at it. All right, this fight. This fight is not riskless, which feels awful at this point in the game. So I'm going to review the line one more time. I'm going to spend all the TMs and things I need to make it work. As best I can. This is going to be, I am spending 2 TMs on this Sandaconda. Ice Beam, Psychic, Dragon Pulse, and Psycho Shift. We have a pretty wild little plan here. And maybe the answer is that Psycho Shift isn't even important. Oh, it's Iapapa Berry, so Psycho Shift is important. Yes, always bait the snake last. So he's not entirely correct there. My preference is to bait the snake last, but the only thing you have to do is you have to bait Garchomp before the snake, because Garchomp is Sandveil. So we're going to guarantee that. The way that I'm going to guarantee that is I'm going to lead Aggron and I'm going to click Seismic Toss twice, dealing 198 damage and leaving this guy at an exact HP of 116. At 116 HP, Dragonfang Dragon Pulse Latias can switch in for free and KO on the Earthquake. Technically, I think I can get double max rolled and then bait Waterfall, but like, come on. Yeah, I can get double max rolled and then there's like one roll of Waterfall, but you know, I can be reasonable in the fiction I allow. Yeah, it's a, you know, it's a fight that's gonna let you trip up and lose if you decide not to give it your full attention. So Latias is going to be at 244 HP, which is 2 ticks above of 210 on Burn, and 210 baits Dragon Pulse. I'm going to teach Ice Beam, so Latias shows a fast kill to Garchomp, so it can't come in, and 210 does not show a kill to Metagross, importantly, who does out-damage me. Lati out-damages Sandaconda, so I don't have to worry about him. And this Latias, for whatever reason, doesn't have a dragon move, which has never made sense to me, so we're not worried about that either. So we get Goodra. Goodra comes in and is clicking Dragon Pulse. We have a Fairy type. We go to the Fairy type. We fast flip turn the Goodra for no reason other than we feel like it, with Mystic Water, which is for later. We go to Beware on guaranteed Heavy Slam. Beware takes nothing from that Heavy Slam, except a tiny little bit of chip, a maximum of 18%, and then we hit a superpower. And if we are above 80%, even at -1 defense, we never bait Metagross, we never bait Sandaconda, we never bait Garchomp for a kill, but we do show base Latias a kill with exactly Psychic always. That lets us go to Weavile. Weavile will be holding the Never Melt Ice. Weavile comes in, clicks Fake Out, does chip, shows fast 2-shot, guaranteed Mystical Fire. We go to Prim. So we deal a Fake Out, we go to Prim on Mystical Fire, then we slow flip, and he can click Calm Mind, but we don't care. So we slow flip, dealing 25. We go back to Weavile, we do another
Rachel's
Fake
a
Out
marketer.
plus Icicle
She
Crash,
starts with
and
what
then
matters
we
most.
KO. And somehow I think that
Vibe
range
builds
is exactly
everything around it. Audiences that match the outcome she's after.
28
Streaming TV,
plus
500
28
plus channels,
plus
precise targeting, AI
25
optimization. Whether she
plus
uploads a finished spot or builds one with Vibe Studio, it's ready in seconds. She tracks return on ad spend and purchases in
do
real
that
time.
math.
Track, measure, grow. It just works.
The bike dealer you trust? Trust Velotrip.
28
Hi,
plus 28
I'm Peter,
plus
and I'm a
25
Velotrip dealer.
plus
Velotrip
210
just gets
is
it right.
291,
The right
which
bikes,
is 2
the right
HP more
design,
than
and the right
Ladia
engineering.
Mega
They're
has. Did Ben stop being live? Huh? Or does Wi-Fi go out again? I don't know. Okay. So we KO Latias, we're full HP Weavile. Weavile at full HP is not dead to Sandaconda. So we're gonna get first slow kill. We outspeed the back. We show kill to everything. We show kill to Garchomp. We get Meteor Mash, Metagross. On Meteor Mash, we go to Arcanine. Intimidate fails into Clear Body. We are gonna take the Meteor Mash and be pre-damaged so that Dual Chop always hits us. Meteor Mash range of HP from min roll to max roll crit is 19%. The difference between Dual Chop and Iron Tail is 23%. So we're never, even on crit, we're never baiting anything but Dual Chop. On Dual Chop, we can kind of choose our adventure, but I'm gonna just go to Weavile, who takes double crit Dual Chop, hits an Icicle Crash, KOs Garchomp, and then we get random move Sandaconda, most likely Stone Edge, but always, well, it can be Stone Edge, can be Stealth Rock, can be Earthquake, it can't be Glare. And we're gonna go to Latias. We're gonna teach Latias the Roost TM, and we're gonna wait for a turn. We're gonna be pre-burn, so he can't glare us. We're gonna wait for a turn where Stone Edge doesn't crit me, or we're gonna stall him out of Stone Edge and then Psycho Shift and win from there. And if that goes wrong, which technically it could if we get crit by Stone Edge 5 times in a row, the burn damage is adding up. I don't think we can die, but maybe it's possible. But we'll have Cherry Berry Beware in the back, or we can sack somebody and fake out Icicle Crash with Weavile. So it'll be alright. But it might make us recook something later. Okay, Aggron, Latias. But most of the time, I think this fight just goes fine. If only I had a Breloom. Breloom walls a Sandaconda and can Wordy Seed away its ability, letting you bait it whenever you want. Can't glare, don't care. Vile, yo, not a name I see in my chat very often. How's it going, Beast? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. Yeah, no, totally get it. I stream at like the worst possible time. For sure. Evermelt. Cherry. Okay. Anybody else the wrong level in the calc? Think so. Aggron is the wrong level in the game, so is Arcanine. Yeah, man, looked clean, too. That Trick Room fight looked like the easiest line of all time when you finally got to it. Finally is the wrong word. It wasn't like you duked out for hours. It just super clean, super easy. I love to see that. Let's mess up a billion move slots. Vile, welcome to late game where you just ruin your Pokemon's movesets. It's gonna be awesome. Do I not have Seismic Toss? I mean, I could buy some. Apparently I do not have Seismic Toss. Am I using a choice item? I am not. So, go buy some Seismics. Might as well buy Rock Tomb and Icy Wind while I'm here. I'm sure I'll need more. Never have too many Icy Winds on a Penguin run. Which one of these is Aerial Ace? Afraid I can't tell by the color. 19. Let's buy one more of those. just bought it. Why can't I see it? Seismic toss. There we go. I'm buns. I'm buns. Okay, seismic toss on you, and then we're gonna use our roost TM, which is hilarious because this thing started with recover, we got rid of it, and now we're gonna give it roost. Drop protect, no more double battles. What else am I teaching this? Right. I'm going to use a pretty common E4 TM in Ice Beam, but we need it now. Don't need it later. Bye-bye Thunder. And then we need Psycho Shift on this guy too. Is that where Psycho Shift is? I don't even know where the Psycho Shift TM is. Hold on. Not TM, Tutor. Topless City. About that. NPC by the garden on the southwest corner. I just misread that. It's funny, I knew she was a tutor, but I didn't know it was this one. Okay, we're going to drop Psychic. Okay, anybody else need moves? You need a Cherry Berry, just in case. Mystic Water. Which I think does 3 more damage than not boosted, but we need the damage. Right, because he couldn't still fire on switch. Yes. Can't just pivot. Okay, and then we have Weavile. It's the Melt Ice. It's Charcoal. I will say in later game where you see a bunch of Metagrosses, Kanto Arcanine has finally carved itself a niche different than Hisui guy. For most of the game, it has just been a strictly worse Arcanine than the one you trade for. Seismic Toss, level 99, Aggronite. That would help. Damage boost this battle. one tick, do another. One tick is 17. So I need to be 210 plus 17 twice over, which is 244. Cool, trim, no pre-damage, bear, no pre-damage, Weavile, no pre-damage, Arcanine, absolutely pre-damage. Arcanine needs to be dead too. Yeah, Meteor Mash. Min roll 69 plus dual chop, 2 hits of 60. $189. Okay. Scary fight here. Should be okay. Can't deal with the sound. Cannot do the speed up sound. Okay. Last check. Magranite, full HP, seismic toss. Yes. Second check. Dragon Fang, Ice Beam, Psycho Shift, Roost. And pre-burn. 44 HP. Yep. Okay. Full HP superpower. Good. Never melt ice, icicle crash. We're good. Arcanine, 189. Yeah. Alright, let's go in. What's up, Dave? Welcome. This is the scariest fight left to me. Alright, we get intimidated, we don't care. Because we're clicking Seismic Toss. We Mega so that we're not dead to Earthquake. need to see not max roll crit this turn. And then we're fine for now. Cool. One seismic toss. Another. Cool. He's Wakanberry. All the Gyarados are Wakanberry, and I need a consistent setup. The first Thunder Punch does less than Seismic Toss. The second Thunder Punch would kill, and then I would have Aggron on the field. What I need is Aggron baiting Earthquake and setting up the kill. Playing chess here, Dave. This confirms a range for Latias. On guaranteed, almost guaranteed Earthquake, we needed to dodge double max roll crit into overlap waterfall of exactly max roll. Dodged it. Dragon Pulse with Dragon Fang always kills. We're faster because we can never let it click Scale Shot. We take a second tick of Burn, which puts us... must be nice. Puts us exactly in max roll Goodra kill range. Beautiful. Goodra sees Dragon Pulse only. We have Prim. Cool, this is now guaranteed Heavy Slam. Go to Beware. This is the easy part. Beware takes very little. But we do need Beware to take some damage, and it does. Superpower outspeeds and kills. Who says I don't have a fast fighting type? We drop our attack and defense and speed. Crit did not matter. None of those things matter. Only one Mon has a kill on us. Unbelievably, at -1 defense, Metagross still doesn't have a Zen Headbutt kill into us, even if we were crit by Heavy Slam. Fluffy is a crazy ability sometimes. This is Base Latias. Base Latias has a kill with just Psychic. Mega would see kill with Mystical Fire. Psychic always kills, so we have a free switch into Weavile. And this is one of the matchups why we needed Weavile to be nature changed in advance of the Elite Four. Because we need to chip this thing down over time. Start with Fake Out. Latias is still levitating, not in our focus. Great, there's one flinch. We outspeed in 2-shot, so we can't set up. This is always Mystical Fire. We go to Prim. Lovely. Drops our special attack. That does not matter. We need to get a Mystic Water flip turn here. Make sure I put the item on. I'm sure I did. Yeah. Mystic Water flip turn. Calm Mind is fine. That was 40% Calm Mind, I think. Well, no, it's Calm Mind or Psychic or Mystical Fire. Alright, second piece of chip acquired. Go back to Weavile. We hit a second Fake Out. And now it's below 72%. We've done 9, 9, and 8. Which is just barely enough. By 2 HP is enough. So we can kill with Never Melt Ice, Ice will Crash. Spadef Boost obviously does not matter. We get 4 physical attacks. Plotted! Miss you, buddy. Great to see you around. This is going to be Metagross for Meteor Mash, slow kill always. switch in Arcanine on that with 3 damage. Intimidate failing actually helps us here. It makes the range more consistent, which allows us to pre-damage for guaranteed dual chop. Alright, 111 HP is less than 120. It's always going to be dual chop. We outspeed the Sandaconda. We underspeed the Garchomp, so we're perfect. Charcoal overheat, one-shots Metagross. There you go, Dave, just for you. Just for you. Garchomp for guaranteed dual chop. This thing is Substitute, Sandveil, Leftovers, Swords Dance, and Iron Tail. So, it just kind of sucks. The one thing that you can do against it, though, is you can just take a dual chop and KO guy. And believe it or not, Weavile isn't dead to double crit dual chop just barely. One of the more surprising moments. I feel like Weavile's always dead to crit powerful stab move. And then he's Sandveil, but there's no Sand Up, or way faster. Icicle Crash does 150%. Alright. This is random move between Rocks, Glare, and Stone Edge. Sorry, this is random move not Glare. Rocks, Stone Edge, or Earthquake. Most likely outcome is Stone Edge. The correct play is... might be Prim now, actually. Because we got the Calm Mind. Because if it's Rocks, we Encore. Crit Earthquake could be random again, but we would know. Is Prim dead? 252. Earthquake crit. 230. No, Prim's not dead. The other option is go Beware. Beware always baits Earthquake, or, well, it never baits Stone Edge, which is good enough. Let's just go Beware. Plan A was Beware. Thank you, Dave. Invaluable chatting as always. Okay, expected result. This works. This is Earthquake or Rocks. And we found checkmate, I think. And we kept the burn so that we could burn the last Pokemon, which is just adorable. Show me a little Psycho Shift. This is Iapapa Berry, so we don't have to worry about. Nice crit. We do not have to worry about Lumberry. Psycho Shift Roost. It's just like they got Overheat. He can glare us now. I don't think I really care. I take such a small amount of damage. Yeah, let's just get a Roost off. Let's get the HP. Once we've hit him once, it's just dead. Yeah, there's the glare. That was very likely. And now, when can we get this guy in a range that he dies? Right, it's always Stone Edge. Beware is slower, but never dead. Cassie Berry, welcome in. Good to see you again. I think... yeah, I don't want to activate the sand until I have to. But we have this guy burn, which is great. Yeah, let's just do some roost. Actually, I'm gonna psycho shift. Because I technically just don't have damage into this thing. And once he is out of stone edges, he can't damage Latias at all. So there's no reason, right? Latias is riskless, but other Pokemon aren't. This is Meteor Falls. Yep. Now he's out. Now he cannot damage Latias, so it doesn't matter how many times I been paralyzed anymore. I'm just waiting until he's in guaranteed Ice Beam range. That's gotta be the most time someone's ever flipped Psycho Shift in a battle. Farming screen time. That sounds like me. Oh, Latias wants the stage. Wants the stage. Imagine if I get parried until it hits Iapapa range. Cinema. Alright, there we go. All it took was 10 minutes of my life and 2 TMs, and oh no, there's a single slot. 2 TMs, my protect slot, my psychic slot, it's fine. Alright. And we have a very similar thing next battle where the line is very precise until the last second. I am gonna briefly look if I can find a better answer, not answer, but a better pivot than my current one for that fight. So it's just a little awkward. I think I get the Rocky helmet now. Dave, how's it going, man? Brendan is anti-social. Who's Brendan? I'm not sure I should know that. Dragon Gem? Yes. Rocky Helmet? Yes. Oh, Brendan, my character's name. Got it. That makes complete sense. I probably could have picked up on that. Don't mind me being an L brain at the end of a workday. So, Kasib, I don't know too much about you. What's your story? Like, are you a player, just a watcher, fan, Pokemon fan, Nuzlocke fan? Like, what has your interest here in the realm of Ivy Wing? I'm so used to being the May character, I forgot I was Brendan. I usually pick the May sprite. Alright, this fight, we have almost the same lead. This one's funny, I like this line. Dave, you'll like it. You'll like the second half. You're gonna hate the first half, but you'll like what it turns into. So just bear with me. I promise you're gonna get the payoff. So we're gonna start the same way. We're gonna pre-burn Psycho Shift. Pre-burn Psycho Shift. And then we're gonna click a couple of roosts. Oh, you should. should. Although be warned, there's a mind virus. It can get you. Well, if you have any questions about the game, I'm happy to help. I will troll you at the same time. You make dumb mistakes, I'll be the first one to show up in your chat and troll you. Do not get it twisted. But I am here to help people, and genuinely rooting for everyone that is making a solid effort to play the game properly. So we pre-burn Psycho Shift. Once this guy's burnt, it's doing no damage, and then we spam a couple of roosts because we need him to take damage. Then we go to Penguin. Where are you, Penguin? Hello, box. Get lost, bot. Okay. Am I blind? I must be. There you are. Okay, and we're gonna pre-sleep Penguin. So Penguin's gonna be asleep, Penguin's gonna hold the shed shell, and Penguin's going to take a pre-burn. Sorry, we're gonna be pre-sleep. He's gonna take a burnt iron head for 3%. Has anyone unlocked the sealed chamber yet? Is the sealed chamber where you get the Reggies? If so, the answer is yes. Reg Ice has actually been champed by an NG Plus runner by the name of AG. Pre-sleep, Penguin's gonna bait Guaranteed Zing Zap, and then on Guaranteed Zing Zap, and that would be true even at like 50%. For the record. So we have no danger of it ever being reversal at an HP that it can be. And then we go to Wise Glasses Pult, who is somewhere in this box. How did I ever do this with more Pokemon when I had lower deaths? Wise Glasses Pult is going to click Phantom Force and KO this Togedemaru after taking a burnt Zing Zap for 8 to 15%. The point of that is that my plus speed Pult will show fast kill to Breloom. It will out damage Dugtrio. It'll show fast kill to Pumpkaboo. So it's going to be slow kill Simipour with pre-damage. Right, we need to be 206 plus burnt Zing Zap. 206 plus 26. Pult 232. Pult KOs gets Simipour Ice Beam. We show fast 2-shot with Draco, so we can't nasty plot. We click, we go back to Penguin. Penguin forces sleep. Pre-sleep Penguin forces nasty plot, so we can go for free into Lati. And choice specs Latios is just going to Dragon Pulse KO Simipour. Will be exactly pre-damaged to U-turn max roll And even though there is rounding errors with Life Orb, and I don't know where they come from, there shouldn't be any rounding errors on this particular line because Life Orb is based on 160, which would be the rounded down number on the baseline roll, and 1.3 would be exactly 208. So there's no rounding. Exactly 208. I will honestly, if 8 does not come out there, I am preemptively saying I will clause it because the HP on Latios does matter, could matter a little bit. But the math is there. We get 8 for guaranteed U-turn, which is one of my favorite things to do against the AI. And on guaranteed U-turn, we're going to go back to Penguin again. And with the chip we took from Burnt Iron Head plus Ice Beam plus U-turn, we will always be in exactly Dugtrio Earthquake range. So we'll get Dugtrio. We will switch out into somebody. And maybe it's Latios. Maybe it's Latios instead. What's up, Dave? I was quick on it. So originally I was gonna go to Eel here, but I think my lot is gonna be high enough, right? I'm gonna be at 80%, and so that means I always take a nice slash crit. And the reason that's good is A, I can hold a citrus, and B, I can deal enough damage. So I can Dragon Pulse this guy, do 67.5% minimum, and always put it in range of another attack. And barring, if I'm always at 80%, that means I'll always be, I can go down to 10, I can be at 35. So I'll never be in reversal range, I'll always be in Night Slash range, which doesn't really matter. But I can stay in and click Psycho Shift until I'm at least dead to crit. I like that. I can always pivot on Eel if I want to, because Eel can take a random move and bait a reversal. I don't know, I'll think about that. But what's the point here? The point is, oh, now I have a free slot. The point is, maybe I don't have to go back to Crobat is the answer. So then I go to Crobat. It's below 34%. And what I want to do is make sure I don't switch in on a Screech, I think. Maybe it doesn't matter. If I switch in on a Screech, I'm never dead to crit. So I can even switch in on Screech. So I switch in, I click Tailwind, I U-turn KO, I go back to Latios, and Latios can show fast kill to the back in Tailwind. Right, we kill everybody. So we get Swellow first, we chain it, then we get Gourgeist, who does not have priority, we chain that with Dragon Pulse as well. Then Tailwind ends, and we're gonna get U-turn Infernape again, but there's no longer to switch into. No Worry Seed this time. Setting up a Tailwind sweep for you, pal. If you don't like that, I don't know what you're not gonna. I'm doing Psycho Shift, pre-sleep, and I'm gonna KO 3 Pokemon with Specs Latios. What do you want from me? And then we get... Now we have an extra slot. And on the extra slot, we can just go to... No. Pre-burn Latios, pre-sleep Penguin. Penguin's gonna force Simipour to Nasty Plot so that Latios can switch in. So if both of the dragons, both of the jet Pokemon, 2 pre-statuses, some pre-damage on almost everybody. And then the question is, who deals with the 8 at the end? And it kind of looks like the answer is I can just put Salamence on the field now, and Salamence is going to do the job with a Cherry Berry. I like that. Originally, I thought that I needed another Pokemon for Dugtrio, but it does appear in the world where I've taught Roost that part of the line is cleaner. So we're gonna, yeah. All right, let's do this. Just make sure I get the pre-damage right. If I get the pre-damages, if I do the pre-damages wrong, I'm in real trouble. And despite being minus special attack, Dragapult has just enough damage not to screw it up here. Monkey! Monkey. Hold on, I got something for you. You might have already seen it. On whole chord, but I have finally started putting my VODs online. I can only post so many during one day, but you have asked to look at lines before, and soon enough, you will have all of the Ivywing run and bun videos you would ever want. If there are specific ones you want me to prioritize, I will, but if I prioritize them, they will be out of order. Alright. Look at all the... I'm gonna bring 4 dragons to this fight. Yeah, fair. Totally fair. Yeah, so that's funny. Literally, my whole team cannot be trapped by Arena Trap. I'm bringing 5 flying or levitate mons and a shed shell mon. Talk about making sure Dugtrio can't ruin your day. Clearly, we watched Gizmo. Now 2 trips ago. You're Mega Stones, right? Yeah, I don't mind Mega Stones being in the box. Okay. Citrus Berry. How many turns do we need to stall? So that's one thing we got to do a little bit of math on. 257 on Togedemaru. He takes 16. Okay, and Phantom Force does 166. So 91. We deal 16 a turn. We need 6 turns. So we Psycho Shift, that's 1. We Roost. Well, let's count backwards. We Phantom Force Disappear. That's 1 tick. Then we KO. So we have the Switch to Pult and the Phantom Force Disappearance turn. We have the Penguin Pivot. And then we have Ladia. So I think it's Psycho Shift, Roost, Penguin, Pult, Phantom Force, and then hit. right? Then we've done 16 times 6 plus 166. That would do it. Okay. Burn. So see the first tick. Roost, penguin, pole, phantom force, kill. Okay, that works. I know, Dave, but you know, we're trying to do, you know, we're trying to do riskless things with Pokemon that don't want to have boosting natures. Jolly Polt has like 1 killing roll on everybody with wise classes, so it can't actually kill anything without help. It just needs to look like it. It needs to look like it's gonna kill things. Riskless is not a luxury. It is something I work very hard for. It's like the opposite of a luxury. It is Natty Jolly. Do you think I have scales to invest in Pokemon that are not coming? Yikes. Wrong Pokemon. Yeah, I've scaled 3 natures so far in the game. I've scaled Latios nature and Weavile's nature on optionals, which is quite revealing. And then I had to scale Sceptile nature to survive Seafloor Cavern. Yeah, nothing says a Pokemon's coming like blowing up its moveset. Nah. Unless you were being serious because you saw Ice Beam, which is a very common E4 move. I could understand it. Shed Shell. And then Salamence needs a Cherry. No, Roost is a TM. You get it for beating Winona. Bro, you've played this game like 100 times. Yes, for real. Why would I make that up? Dave, silly Dave hasn't played long enough. My man, Dave. Clearly, Dave has never clicked a recovery move in his life. He doesn't even know when he's just handed them to him. You don't see moves that do no damage, Dave. That's the whole problem. That's why you're done with this game. Is that you do not see the moves that don't do the damage. This is well established. 174 plus burnt Zing Zap. It does do emotional damage. Dave does not consider the emotional damage. Dave's the kind of guy that will absolutely risk a crit to not spend an extra hour calcing. Monkey, he is the balance to the universe versus players like you and I. And it makes it very fun to hang out with him. Well, at least it makes it fun for me. Sometimes I feel like Dave is just sitting in a chair, clenching his fist, or like tearing the stuffing out of his armchair, watching me cook these fights. My only emotion is anger. I'm fitting that. That's so good. So good. That's so Dave. Alright, and then, so 232 on Dragapult. Yeah, that is pre-burn Zingzap 26 plus 206. That's definitely 232. Great, and then Latios. dead to U-turn Infernape. 208. Which is a Life Orb move, but there will not be issues with rounding because there literally is no rounding. You hear me, stupid game pack, whatever? There is no rounding. It is simply the number. So don't screw with me. Show me the right Pokemon. If Swellow comes out early, the game is wrong. And we will reset and we'll pre-damage more. I suppose I can pre-damage more anyway now that we have Silence. So let me just do that. Pumpkaboo's still dead. We just need to be above Swellow Boom Burst 180. So, sure. Pre-damage to 200 now. Right, 200. Not Dead Dugtrio at 200. Not Dead to Swellow at 200. Simipour's already dead. Pumpkaboo Gourgeist is dead to us. 200 doesn't see any other kills, so yeah, that's totally safe. Oh yeah, dude, Dave flies through the game when he plays. Now he's done with this game, and that's okay. But when he played it, he moved fast, except he like speeds the Magma Hideout in 4 days, and then locks in. And he hasn't played badly before that. He's just a different level of locked in. Okay, no pre-damage is necessary on Shedshell Penguin. No, does Blizzard matter? Blizzard doesn't matter because it's fast kill Earthquake always. If only Enamorous had Unseen Fist. Real. So real. Just well said. Already 9:30. Where does the time go? I guess I haven't been on that long, actually. So the answer is the time went nowhere. I always think I'm just gonna like hop on and do the fights I cooked, but I always recheck the lines because duh. I find a lot of issues with my pre-cook lines too. Like I'm not actually good at pre-cooking. I think every time I come here I check because it feels like there should be an item here and then there isn't. 1:15, we're here. Okay, pre-burn Psycho Shift, Roost. Shed Shell, never attacking pre-sleep, Vital. Wise Glasses. Yes. Latios in kill range of exactly U-turn, yes. Phantom Force Shadow Ball Draco, correct. Citrus U-turn, yes. Cherry Berry Mets, yes. Nobody gets trapped. King! Yo, thanks for the bits. Let's go. Sorry, I saw your Masquerain. Sorry about that. hit a little Psycho Shift. This is sturdy red card Togedemaru, so the goal is to not hit it. It's true, Invoice is already flying high, for the record. Alright, then we have to roost a couple of turns to get damage down. We roost once. Probably could have saved a roost there. That's fine. Actually will now. Togi hit by burn. Let's kick another Psycho Shift. Psycho Shift does not take status back. Now we roost. If this doesn't crit, we switch. It did not crit. Go to Penguin. Take an Iron Head. Watch this damage, by the way. Boom. Crit. That crit did 20 something. Yep, big damage. Now we go to Polt. Yeah, you're doing great, man. You are. You really are. And we need to take... Oh, Endeavor. Uh-oh. Okay. I need to take damage here, right? What happens if I don't take damage? If I don't take damage... Can I play around this? The plan was Phantom Force, but I've stalled extra turns. That's a shame because Endeavor was guaranteed. Like I didn't have to. I could have calced that. And this line does not allow me to get the wrong order. I have to get this right. Okay, so Dragapult. Well, am I out damaging? Am I out damaged by Simipour and this is already Simipour? I might be okay. Simipour max roll Ice Beam 206. I'm probably fine. 88%, my max roll Draco does 80, so I am out damaged by Simipour. We show fast kill to Swellow. We out damage Dugtrio at our current HP because we show 100% to it and it does not see kill on us. We show fast kill to Pumpkaboo, can't come out, and we out damage Infernape. So no harm, no foul. This is still Simipour, and Simipour still can't set up. Phantom Force. Togedemaru dies. Show me Simipour. Let's go. Simipour cannot click Nasty Plot because we fast two-shot it. Go to Pre-Sleep Penguin. Take an Ice Beam. Penguin can just full 1v1 this, but there's no need. We'd rather get guaranteed Nasty Plot with Pre-Sleep. The reason for the Pre-Sleep is because Grass Knot Hydro Pump Miss is too inconsistent for Latios to switch into, and Bait guaranteed move next turn. Alright, and then we need to kill this with Choice Specs, a move that doesn't drop our stats. I'm going to choose Dragon Pulse. Our Choice Specs, beautiful. Alright. At 200 HP, there is one move on one Pokemon that sees a kill that isn't dead to me, and that Pokemon is Infernape for U-turn. I love making the AI do switch moves for whatever reason. So we're gonna go to Penguin here. We're gonna tank that U-turn. Why? Why? U-turn has special AI? That's not documented. That is not possible. Can somebody clip that? What are the other possibilities? That close combat is boosted by Iron Fist and the calc doesn't know it? If there were no Iron Fist? Or no, what would that mean? Dugtrio fits Switch AI anyway. Dugtrio is faster than me and doesn't see itself as dying. And the next Pokemon in party order is also faster than me, so there's no Tuesday AI. So no, it's not a Switch AI thing. Well, what's terrifying is that I don't need Penguin. I don't need Penguin again. Like, this doesn't cost me the run. It's just, imagine reaching this point and seeing something you've never seen before. Also, sorry for having the calc screen on. I mean, I'm just in shock. Because I forced U-turn on the Elite Four. My winning run Elite Four, I forced U-turn. And I'm just imagining if it clicked a different move and I lost because of it. Like, that's where my fear is coming from. But I noticed that close combat is not boosted by Iron Fist. So maybe this is a calc bug and not a game bug. Like, maybe the game is correct. Punching moves. Is close combat on the list of punching moves is the question. No. It is not. It is not boosted by Iron Fist. How could I... I mean, this is really bad. Right? Like, how do I get... I can't beat Swellow. Swellow has to die. I'm trying to figure out how to get the calc to show me. I guess let me just get rid of Life Orb and then give it Black Belt. And if I do that and I look at Latios, there's still no overlap, right? So boosted close combat and not boosted U-turn would still mean always U-turn. Like, there is no way for that to be anything but U-turn. I don't understand. Monkey, we just found a bug or undocumented AI specific to turn moves because this Infernape chose not to click U-turn on my Latios, and it had no reason to click anything but U-turn. Okay. U-turn was highest damage and had a couple of killing rolls. Highest damage, even if close combat is accidentally boosted by Iron Fist. It would always be... Yeah, if... Yeah, there isn't a way for close combat to overlap with this U-turn. Yeah, I have... This is the third Pokemon out. I have to figure out a way to still get... I have to get Dugtrio after this Infernape now. Now he's -1/-1, and he's gonna be taking a Life Orb tick. So... Well, no, I wasn't. Dugtrio is faster than me. And has a Focus Sash, so it wouldn't see itself as dead. There's no... Switch AI... There's no documented AI specific to turn moves. None. Never seen this version. Yeah, Switch AI would not prevent it. Dugtrio is faster than my Latios with Focus Sash. It's never dead. Now, maybe it doesn't know about its Focus Sash for Switch AI, which would still fall in the same category as undocumented, but and there is the silly Tuesday AI thing. So unless it's looking at, I can't come up with a way that it wouldn't be able to switch there. Yeah, we got bugged in voice. We got bugged. Turn moves, huh? Pivot moves, they call it. If AI is faster than target, every mon alive in AI party is either O-code or fast two-shot, then pivot move doesn't have -20. Okay, so there is documented AI that I've not been shown because I didn't have this fancy doc. I had the original one, but it doesn't apply. So I switched my Penguin into guaranteed U-turn, but it was close combat. Okay, how do we get out of this? We have -1/-1, 90% HP. Specifically, it's taken 28 damage. 253 HP, 8. Inexplicably. Well, here's what I don't get. If I go Latios right now, he's going to U-turn. Right, but the same rule, whatever rule just happened, would still apply. I guess I don't slow kill this. If I think it's the focus sash thing. Well, no, I don't slow. I do slow kill Swellow. So it's the same position with Swellow. I slow kill it. I would slow kill Dugtrio. I fast two-shot Gourgeist, and there is no Simipour. So by that logic, does that mean that was also random move into Penguin, right? Because close combat, because the U-turn would still get highest damage boost. So close combat, Fire Punch, Thunder Punch was all 0 there. If we're trusting that was, well, regardless of whether we trust that, that's if the -20 applied, that's how it had to calc. Unfortunately, I don't have do I have another pivot? How do I get out of this? Sack Crobat? So awful. Let's think about that. Crobat wouldn't even be a sack, though, right? Well, I'd be sacking it to Swellow. So I can go Crobat, and I can KO this guy with Brave Bird and get Swellow. Holt doesn't KO yet. Or doesn't. It does. So Holt KOs with Draco. It KOs with Draco, but not Phantom Force. Oh, you know what else sucks? I could literally have just gone to Holt, and the U-turn play still would have worked safely. It doesn't matter, hey guys, like regardless, this situation, according to any document I've ever seen on the game 2 years after the game came out, is not possible, including the one I just saw. So I don't care if it's outdated. Like, the game designers didn't even know about it. It's just unfortunate. Yeah. All right, so option 1. Go to Dragapult. We click Draco. Option 2. I don't really want to go to Mence and sack Mence. So Draco Dragapult gets us what? Draco Dragapult gets us Swellow, and then we would Draco the Swellow, and Swellow would outspeed everybody. Thanks for this. Thanks for the sub, Jay. Yeah, I ran into undocumented AI / a bug where it clicked close combat over highest damaging move U-turn with a viable Switchmon in the back. And so my Penguin got one shot by a close combat that should not be possible. Upon further review of even AI that I haven't been told about, but has been documented elsewhere. It's still not possible, but it would mean that the close combat was 1 in 3 that we switched into anyway. And we weren't dead to anything else that was non-crit. So unfortunate, and we can wipe. And I really have no interest in clausing. Like, I think clausing is correct, and I don't want to. Because I said at the beginning of the run, I didn't want to clause anything. Anything bug-related that you should know the game if you've already gone through it once. The correct play, I think, is... If I go Latias and it U-turns now, which seems literally impossible, I would kind of sort of just lose. Right? Well, no, I wouldn't just lose, because I don't die to Swellow automatically, right? Then I still have to get crit. I don't know how to play around AI that doesn't exist. Like, look at this pivot thing one more time. Come on, Google, don't freeze on me. I got enough problems right now. AI is faster than target, and every mon alive in party is either O-code or fast shot. And pivot move doesn't kill. Okay. That's important. So if I had been min roll, well, it still doesn't apply to this situation, let's be clear. It still absolutely could have switched into Dugtrio because of the focus sash. So it must have also ignored the focus sash, and that would be the only time in this game that that's been true, where AI doesn't know that it's not dead despite having a focus. That AI thinks it's dead while holding a focus sash. So if I can take damage on Thunder Punch into Latias, then he would kill, and it couldn't get the -20. What's the damage I can take? I think the only thing I can bait is Thunder Punch anyway. So I kind of think I go Lottie. I dodge. So hypothetically, it's -20 the first turn. So Roost doesn't even help me, and I'm getting random move again. I don't think going Lottie helps the first time. I need to get into kill range. Can I do that? Holt gets Fire Punch. Fire Punch does 70. $216. Undocumented AI at the worst time. O2. Just, really bad. Sorry, either I shouldn't even say undocumented, I should say incorrectly documented, since apparently it's in this new fancy doc that I've seen Cult use this. I've never looked at this before. But even if I were to follow this, what happened was still impossible. So I can bait Fire Punch, and I can bait Thunder Punch, and I can... Maybe the answer is that I go Mence. Because I can't even risk. I can't take damage in Latios. Could I have been Minroll 177? Was Minroll... I couldn't have been always dead. That wasn't possible with my Latios HP. But I could have a fully alive penguin right now. And I can't get another CC out of it on purpose. And I have to dodge status no matter what. So I think... kind of feels like we go... I think that's my best odds. I think I go Mence. Into Latios, into Pult. And then the Pult's gonna be random Thunder Punch or Fire Punch, we think. But if it clicks U-turn, it's gonna blow my frickin' mind, and then we just go from there. And then it'll be at 70% and -1/-1, and Pult can do that kill, right? Right. Assuming I don't get Fire Punch burned. If I do that kill, I still show fast kill to everything. I get Dug Trio, and I can do the setup. If I get burnt, I'll just have to pivot some more. Okay, this is always Thunder Punch. And this is Thunder Punch close combat. I'm dumb, but that's fine. You're -1 attack. Thunder Punch close combat. Now he's -2/-2. He never sees kill because he's minus things. So according to the made-up AI we've never seen before, this would have to be random move, not U-turn. But I don't believe it, so I'm still gonna go Pult and trust my gut that this is the right play. And Fire Punch burn is the... I'm sorry. Punch move status is the punish. see? You see? You see? Same exact setup, by the way. Same exact setup. Pokemon not dead, showed fast two-shot or slow kill to every single thing in the back except Dugtrio because it had a sash. That is impossible. Absolutely impossible. Why do I always have to play around bugs that don't exist on optionals? Okay. By the way, Infernape is still in the back. Let's just keep that in mind. Okay. Dragapult baits. Lots of stuff. Okay, good thing we brought all Pokemon that can deal with this. Night Slash is fine. We Dragon Claw. Bring this thing down to Sash. Screech is fine. Yep, Reversal still the least damaging move into this guy, that's fine. We Tailwind. We're already faster, it's not for him. Insane battle. Evil game. We click Tailwind, that was turn 2. Go to Specs Latios. In Tailwind, we fast kill everything. The sashed Pokemon is already down. Now you're fighting ghosts. Dragon Pulse always kills. Last turn of Tailwind. Gourgeist. Dragon Pulse always kills. I wish I could do polls. Anyone want to bet whether it clicks U-turn? There are no viable Pokemon to switch into. This should be riskless, guys. It can't click U-turn, right? Right? I'm gonna lose it. I'm the one that's crazy. So what is this? Right. So two possible scenarios. Let's do process of elimination. Either this is U-turn because there are no Pokemon with scores in the back, period, so there's nothing to deprioritize it. That's option one. Because we've definitely had... Have I had a U-turn Pokemon with other moves? I'm thinking of the Ninjask that only has U-turn. Are there other Pokemon I've faced that have U-turn I've baited last and forced to click it? I don't know about that. Not offhand. Okay. So one, we have to assume it could click U-turn. If it can't click U-turn, but it still gets highest damage, then it's random move. And then if it knows it can't click U-turn, and then chooses highest damage after that, which would be counterintuitive to everything that I know, though I'm challenging everything that I know ever. I think going Mence is just step one. So interesting, it picked the same move both times. That makes it very difficult for me to know if or how that worked. And now max roll crit is 172. We're Cherry Berry. And we're out. Penguin, you did not deserve to die in any way, shape, or form. We were cheated, and I'm sorry. Wow. Just wow. That berry better freaking work. It better, because I didn't cause that. That nonsense. I was choice locked. It didn't matter. The move I was choice locked into showed slow kill to everybody. Here, let me go. I'll show you the calc. It wasn't like it wasn't that complex. There was no tailwind up. I was on the field. I was pre-damage at 200, so there were 4 killing rolls of Infernape U-turn, which is how I baited it early. In the back are Swellow, Dugtrio, and Gourgeist. I slow kill Swellow, so according to this AI I've never seen before, okay, I get why it would be U-turn with -1 if it was just Swellow in the back. Gourgeist, fast killed. Totally get why it would have AI not to send in Gourgeist to die. Cool. But Dugtrio here is faster than me and is not dead because it has a Focus Sash. And every situation that involves switching in this game knows about Focus Sash preventing death. I'm choice locked into Dragon Pulse, which does 100% to everybody. So the only way that U-turn was deprioritized there is if the AI's check for pivot move specific switch AI does not look for Focus Sash. Because the Dugtrio was faster and not dead. Right? The conditions are you slow kill or you fast 2-shot, and I could not slow kill a Focus Sash mon. You've seen weird switch stuff on LCR with Sash Zam. Does LCR Zam doesn't have a switch move. What? Tell me more. I've encored Chomp, and AI should have switched into Zam, and you weren't like unburdened to be faster than the Zam, because you would fast 2-shot it through Sash if you were. Limber. So you saw 100%, I presume, with like acrobatics, or it just didn't switch in the few. I don't know how many turns you used. Yeah, so that's my conclusion as well, which I'll write down for myself. But that's a pretty important thing to know, and how has that not been discovered before? Or maybe it has and I just haven't heard it. But I'm definitely writing that down for myself. Pivot. Move AI doesn't not going to say slow kill. I'm going to say if you do 200% or fast 50%, since the item doesn't matter. And like then so that, right, Colt, here's the next question. The mind-bending question for me is, so is that specific to Focus Sash somehow? Or is the AI not going to know that it's holding an Assault Vest or a Resist Berry, for example, and like items aren't considered, it's just, could I KO this itemless Pokemon? Because we have all kinds of AI that is item specific, that some are calc, some are not. So I don't know it any better now, other than I'm glad that it's happened to other people before. If it's just Focus Sash, it pisses me off because it means it was programmed on purpose and then not documented on purpose, to some degree. The latter is just mind-breaking, though. So, like, I mean, both suck. But I don't know. We move on. Look, we have lost our Penguin. Our Penguin did not deserve to die because we had a riskless line. If we had any way to know that situation was possible, even if I knew the pivot move AI, I would have assumed it was wrong. It was impossible there. Yeah, right. Like, or a Resist Berry. There's all kinds of things that prevent damage. And how do those play in? All right, moving on, because I am livid. And I need to lock in and finish these battles, because I'm not going to bed until my only battles left are the Elite Four. Okay. Green Cat Kid. Hello, hello. Welcome in. I'm not familiar. Thank you for the raid. How are you doing? What game are you coming from? All right. Any more undocumented AI? Crazy. We're like one fight from the last time I played around. I had played around AI that I imagined might be possible in this crazy game, and then on this run I proved that it not only was possible, but it was real. It just shouldn't be this hard, guys. It should not be this hard. I was supposed to use Cleavor as the lead here, so now I have to pivot, and I think that Kanto Arcanine does the job. Yeah, so Kanto Arcanine sees Fast Kill into Exeggutor, and then the only things in the back that see Kill are slower than me, right? Right. So full HP, Overheat, and then we Extreme Speed if it clicks Endure, which it's very likely to do, but Custap does not, can't play around my priority. So that's free, and then I believe I need to be Pecha Berry for backup plan later. We bait Rock Slide, we go to base Steelix, and we take a minimum of 21, and then we Mega, and Mega Steelix is taking Skitter Smack and takes a minimum of 35, so 21, 35, and 108. 164. 164 Steelix. 164 164 Steelix will always KO Cleaver. Cleaver cannot set up because it's going to have kill, and then it's already going to be faster. So we'll always get Rock Slide, Skitter Smack. Can't Baton Pass without a boost. We always get Close Combat into Mega Steelix. We go Crobat on CC Lucha. Crobat is faster than Lucha, and then with the defense drop, we always kill. And we always kill, and we always know exactly how much recoil we're taking. Brave Bird recoil, I think, it's a third, yeah. So 285 divided by 3. We're taking 95%, 95 damage, sorry. 95 plus close combat min-roll, and then we want to be in Sucker Punch range here. We outspeed everybody, right? Yeah, we outspeed Cinderace. So, get ourselves in Sucker Punch range, which is, again, 102 plus 95 plus 33. Cool. $230 Crobat, no item because I don't want to accidentally heal. So we will free switch on Sucker Punch to Weavile. Right, and it's going to be slow kill Sucker Punch. I'm sorry, fast kill Sucker Punch over slow kill, so we never get Iron Head or anything. Weavile, itemless low kick will kill Bisharp. It'll be 50-50 to Sucker Punch that turn. We don't care because Weavile outspeeds both Mons in the back and doesn't see kill into either. We're always dead to Mamoswine, whether it's Sucker Punch crits or it doesn't Sucker Punch at all, and we're always dead to Earthquake and or Superpower, which conveniently Crobat will have enough HP to take, because we're not actually, we're the only variable HP is, 34%, so sorry, 34 HP. So we're going to be above 70 HP, and we can absolutely take a Superpower for sure. We're always going to bait an Ice Shard, because Ice Shard is fast kill again. On Ice Shard, we can go for free into our Primarina. And then he might be -1 attack. Oh no, he'll be White Herb, so never. Prim's just going to be Citrus Berry, and what we're going to do is, oh no, we're going to be, hold on, oh, I'm thinking of the wrong, no, I'm not thinking of the wrong battle. How did I think this was going to work? Oh, no, it does work. Prim's going to be Choice Scarfed. Choice Scarf Prim is going to outspeed Mamoswine. And Mamoswine's going to click Earth, is going to do one of two things. It's either going to click Earthquake or it's going to click Ice Shard. If it Earthquakes, it's going to whiff into my Crobat. If it's going to Ice Shard, it's going to hit Prim before I split. So after the first, after the second flip turn, it's going to Ice Shard Prim. It doesn't matter. Prim slow flips into Crobat, hard switch back to Choice Scarf Prim. In 3 turns, we KO the Mamoswine on a flip turn, and that lets us go to something that beats Cinderace. And the something that I have chosen is an unlikely Pokemon. We've chosen Caracosta. Caracosta at full HP, I think is going to do this job. We're going to get Sucker Punch or we're going to get Sucker Punch. And then if after Sucker Punch, we're probably going to get Guaranteed Substitute. I don't even think it can click Gunk Shot there because Sucker Punch is still highest damage. Again, saying like this is Cubfu AI. So I'm just gonna Citrus Caracosta and assume it's gonna win the matchup. We're gonna deal less damage because Cinderace won't be a fire type, but we always guarantee 2 hits off, and after 2 hits, extreme speed from Arcanine always kills. So we're just very confident. And there might be an argument for teaching like Rock Smash since it's Sucker Punch. Maybe I do that. If I do -1 defense on Guy, then I have a range to kill the next turn with Liquidation, so that is definitely better. And Arcanine always takes an attack. So yeah, I like this. I will drop knockoff on Caracosta and teach it Rock Smash. All right, let's do it. Just make sure I get the damages right. With a heavy heart, we press on. Penguin got done dirty today. I hope Dexa sleeps poorly tonight. Crobat is itemless on purpose. Weavile is also itemless. Is that necessary? There is... I should probably be damage boost on this guy. Anything up. Let me just make sure it's not. As long as I don't boost my fighting moves, I'll be okay. So let's do Never Melt Ice. Does Bisharp have knockoff? He does have knockoff. We'll just stick itemless. It's fine. Can't click it, but it's fine. No new revelations, Monkey. It should still not be possible, but it did happen. We steered out of it. No claws. We are -1 penguin. Pretty angry. I shouldn't say that. I should not say there are no revelations. Colt showed up in chat and explained that he has had a similar issue with, or a similar experience on Lily Cove Rival, where he encored Garchomp into Earthquake against his Hawlucha that was limber and slower than Alakazam, showed killing rolls to it, but has a Focus Sash, and Switch AI never triggered. Which is going to be a coin flip to do, and he's got, 5 Earthquake PP, or Encore PP, so hypothetically, at 10 coin flips, you can pretty much just How is that? Is that better? Actually, I think I just needed to move the mic closer. Awesome. Thanks for the feedback. Okay, no pre-damage on Arcanine. Steelix 164. $230 Crobat. And then no pre-damage for anybody else. No item for Crobat, no item for Weavile. Choice Scarf for Prim. Pecha, Steelixite, nothing. Citrus, none. Choice Scarf. Oh. What type of move is Substitute? Substitute is a normal type move. If Cinderace becomes a normal type, before I start clicking Rock Smash, if Cinderace is a normal type, I'm not teaching Rock Smash because it could. There's overlap. There's one roll of overlap with Gunk Shot, and I don't want to not deal any damage. Is that really a risk? Let's say I deal 0 damage, then I would just 2-shot from there, which is the same situation as 3-shotting normally. Yeah, this is still, it's safe as is. I don't need to teach it. Check this one more time. Rock Slide in singles. 21 plus 35 plus 108. $164 Steelix, that's what I'm at. And then Crobat, 33% recoil is 95 on the number, so I'm taking 95. I fast kill, he's unburdened, but I don't let him use the flying gem. So this is just close combat. Always. And so we take 34 plus 85 and then need to be below 102. That is 221. So why was my math wrong? Math cannot be wrong. Did I have a crit before? 85 plus 31 is 116 plus 102. 28. Why am I getting different numbers every time? They're looking at a different. How did I even get 230? One more time. Crobat takes a close combat for 34 damage. Crobat clicks Brave Bird into a 285 HP Pokemon, and we take 33% recoil. That's 95 HP. 285 divided by 3 is 95. So we take 95 HP. We add close combat of 34. We get 129. And then we add Sucker Punch. Min roll of 102. That would be 231. Clearly, I am not thinking my best because I have now gotten 4 different moves, 4 different amounts for the same free damage. I feel like I'm losing my mind. 95 plus 34, 129 plus 102, 231. I think that's the correct one. Still just flabbergasted by that last fight. Absolutely flabbergasted. Oh yeah, so Monkey, so if we believe the explanation that the reason that Switch AI didn't occur is the Switch AI check to see whether or not I fast two-shot or slow kill a Pokemon, the assumption is that the only way that the -20 would be applied to a pivot move based on my setup is if it didn't know about the Focus Sash in that check, that it would ignore either the Focus Sash or all items. However, in my steer, one of the situations we came up with was Latias on the field, seeing no kills into it, and potentially baiting, you guessed it, U-turn, which was highest damage move, or one of the other three moves. And Latias, just like its partner Latios, shows fast two-shot or slow kill to everything in the back, with the exception of the potential Focus Sash situation on Dugtrio. Literally the same exact setup. Slow kill into Swellow, fast two-shot into Gourgeist, slow kill into Dugtrio if you ignore Focus Sash, no slow kill if you do. If you do respect Focus Sash. So even in the realm of whatever the AI has, we got an inconsistent result. So I don't know. An unbelievable thing happened. And there is no explanation yet that makes sense. Okay, no item, Choice Scarf, Citrus Berry, Patcha Berry. Double pre-damage, no pre-damage, no pre-damage, no pre-damage. Good. Okay. Yeah, one of the more insane things I've run into, probably how people felt when they saw the, like, Switch, like, the other Pokemon took Life Orb recoil and stuff with certain weird bugs. Okay, we have a Custap Berry Endure Explosion Exeggutor. I don't believe it can explode because I think Endure is +8 here since I kill it. So we either kill it or it endures and we E-speed. Wonderful. Bye-bye Exeggutor. Two Mons in the back see kills. Both of those Mons are slower than me. So we get the first one, which is Cleaver. For Rock Slide, we go to Steelix. We take a Sheer Force Rock Slide and we take no damage. And then we Mega and we Heavy Slam. The Mega both reduces the damage we take from this incoming Skitter Smack, as well as increase the damage we deal with Heavy Slam.